Hello, it's Elise. I am here talking to you into this little Apple mic. So this video will be very lo-fi, kind of like the videos that I made when I first started my channel way back. These were the earbuds that I used before I had any fancy microphone or anything. Actually, I just found these earbuds in my junk drawer. I think we all have a junk drawer, right? Where you just throw random things and they get lost for a couple months until you find them again. That's what happened to these earbuds. I'll show you. These earbuds. I'm gonna put this one in my left ear. Maybe I'll hold this for a little bit, or maybe I'll put it in my ear. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so there may be some fuzzy white noise because that typically happens with this low quality mic. So I apologize if that's not what you're into, but I know some people enjoy the white noise. So if you do, then this video is for you. Enjoy. Yeah, it's been a little while since I have filmed. I took a little break for the holidays and then for the New Year's, and now I'm back in 2023. It's my first time filming in 2023. Yay, I'm looking forward to another year of ASMR. So please keep watching and keep enjoying. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I have coffee. I don't know what time it is. I can't see the time. I think it's probably like 7 something right now. Not too late for coffee, right? This is a mug from Nara. This is a place kind of in the western part of Japan. Way back a long time ago, Nara was the capital of Japan. Maybe like 1,500 years ago, something like that. I don't know the exact dates, but a long time ago. So it's somewhat of a medium-sized city, definitely not as big as Tokyo, but there's a lot of history there. I went to a lot of history and art museums there, and they're famous for their deer. I think I've shown this mug in a video before, but yeah, Nara is a place where you can go to the park and pet so many friendly deer who are not scared of humans, at all. And you can feed them. Or you could buy a mug from Nara Starbucks. When I'm speaking English and I have to say the names of places in Japan, I kind of hesitate because I don't know if I should say the English pronunciation or the Japanese pronunciation, especially when there's an R, because in English we pronounce it Nara with the English R, but in Japanese it's Nara. It's not Ra, it's Ra. Nara. So I don't know how I should say it in my video. Oh, you might see someone moving behind me. My boyfriend is taking a nap. Recently when I film at night, and my boyfriend happens to be sleeping. I tried to film before during the day when he wasn't home, so that I could have perfect silence in the background, but sometimes it's kind of noisy during the day and I'm a little busy during the day, so I started filming at nighttime where there's no traffic out there. The road is behind my camera here. But the trade-off is that he's gonna be there. So don't mind any movements you see in the background. He's just, hopefully he won't make any noise. He doesn't usually snore. Not too much. used to with the Blue Yeti. I usually connect some earbuds for the live feedback so I can hear what I sound like, but I have no idea what I sound like with this. I hope I'm not too loud or too quiet, because I kind of forgot how sensitive this mic is. I don't know. Sorry everyone. But yeah, let me tell you what I've been up to lately. So, I'm kind of been going through a shift to a new chapter in my life recently. I recently started my new job here in Japan, and I'm finishing up my last semester of university before I graduate in the spring. There's only like a month left of classes here. So I'm on a study abroad program that lasted 1 year. But when this program ends, I will fulfill all my credits to be able to graduate from my home university in the United States. So I don't have to go back to America. So I got a job here while I was here. I kind of scrambled to do it as fast as I could during my year that I was here, because I knew I wanted to probably stay here, and I do for a little while more. So yeah, and I recently started working, and it's kind of preparing for finals and final papers and projects, and then the holidays happened, and so I've been a little busy. Sorry for my lack of uploading. I think I'll go chronologically. So in November, I signed to a modeling and entertainment agency here. And so they will allow me to stay longer in Japan on a visa and give me work, which is really exciting. Yeah, it's my first time doing any sort of modeling work, but I'm not too shy in front of the camera thanks to my experience with this. ASMR kind of got me used to being in front of a camera, so it wasn't too hard of an adjustment for me. But yeah, I got some lessons and some training, and I've been lucky enough to do some shooting, and I had an audition today. Actually, I'll tell you about that a little later. Yeah, it's really crazy and exciting and happening very, very fast. Yeah, but I will share updates with you or anything if you guys are curious about what it's like to work in Japan or what it's like to be a model in Japan. Feel free to ask any questions. Yeah, my Japanese is improving a lot, because no one in my agency speaks English. None of my managers speak English. So yeah. And I'm not fluent in Japanese. I'm good enough. Kind of business level. I'm weak business level because my day-to-day conversation I'm good, but when you're in a business context, you have to know the really polite phrases and stuff. It's called keigo, and it's you have to learn a whole nother set of the language, because everything, the grammar changes, a lot of vocabulary changes to be more honorific, and I'm not so good at that. So yeah, it's okay though. I'm learning. Yeah. So so my outlook for this year is to get more jobs through my agency and expand my YouTube stuff. Yeah, I hope to be posting a lot more ASMR content more frequently. I would like to do upload multiple times a week. I feel 3 times a week would be great. I have always wanted to be one of those people that uploads every day. That's so crazy. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, so be expecting to see me more, I hope. And then yeah, my vlog channel as well. I didn't upload for multiple months there. Sorry, I filmed a lot of stuff, but I just haven't had the time to edit it. So this year, especially after I graduate, I'll have a ton more time to focus on YouTube stuff, since I won't have to worry about school anymore, because school just takes up so much time. I'm so tired of being a student. I'm so tired of it. I always thought I would go to graduate school, at least get my master's, but I'm so burnt out. And it's just like expensive and not really worth the money for me, since the work that I'm going to be doing doesn't require any degree at all. I'm very sorry, I'm putting my leg up here, getting more comfortable. I'm very glad that I got my bachelor's education. It was a really good experience, and I certainly learned a lot, not just in the classroom, but it was a good transition period from high school to adulthood. So I don't regret it at all, even though technically it isn't necessary for what I'm doing, but it was a really good experience. So I recommend to everyone, if you're a student, high school student, and you're wondering, well, should I do it, should I not? I think you should do it. I think you should. It's a really good transition period and period of growth. I've definitely grown the most personally over the past 4 years. Yeah. So, yeah, I started new job, been doing that, school. Oh geez, I have this crazy project that I have to have a draft of finished in a week. And present my progress. I haven't started yet. I'm going to be creating a, what's the word? I always forget this word. Blah blah blah. It's like when you recreate something. What is it called? It's like, oh freak, what's it called? When you recreate something, you're doing another version of it. You're doing I always forget this word. Well, when I think of it, I'll let you know. But I have to recreate the Tale of Genji scrolls. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Tale of Genji, or Genji no Monogatari in Japanese. It's a really famous classic piece of literature. And then there was an illustrated scroll version. I don't know if you guys are familiar with scrolls, like the pieces of paper that are rolled up and painted really intricately, pictures, and sometimes there's text that goes along with it. We have to recreate some form of classic Japanese literature for the class, and I chose to recreate the illustrated scrolls, some scenes from it, or some drawings or whatever. And I have no idea how I'm gonna do that because I'm not an artist. I'm not good at art. But I didn't want to have to write anything because I don't feel like using my brain cells that much. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said I'm gonna put a modern twist on it and use my iPad and just use Procreate to do digital art version of it. And my professor was like, oh, that's a great idea. But I'm not good at digital art. I'm not good at any art. So I also need to have the motivation to do that, not procrastinate it. So I'm thinking that I might film myself doing it from the my POV, put my camera here pointing down so where you can watch me drawing on my iPad, because I think that iPad drawing ASMR is kind of relaxing. Yeah. I'm still trying to think of that word. It's not recreation. Oh my goodness. I thought it starts with the letter A. I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of English words recently. I hear that happens when you move abroad and if you stop speaking English for a while. Oh my goodness. I need to start reading academic books in English to keep up my vocabulary and stuff. My mom always used to say when I was little, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. And now I understand what she means. Adaptation. We have to create an adaptation of some piece of classical Japanese literature or art or something. Adaptation. And mine is going to be a digital art adaptation of the Tale of Genji Scrolls. Thank you. Okay. Let me rearrange. Yeah. So that's on my mind. I also, I became friends with a professor. You're not friends, but like, there was a professor here who was really nice to me, and I really enjoyed her class. We got to know each other, and she offered me a part-time job at the university to be a proofreader for like master's or doctoral doctor's theses that are written in English by non-native speakers, and then I, as an English native speaker, and someone who studied like TESOL, teaching English as a second language, proofread their thesis papers and offer feedback and give revisions on like grammar and syntax and vocabulary and stuff. And it's thesis season, so I've gotten a couple of those that I've had to go through, and I put them off over the holidays when I was supposed to do it, so I'm working on a lot of those right now as well. And it's really cool to get to read a lot of master's theses. I don't know, guys, is it thesis or theses? I have no idea. Master's thesis papers or doctor's thesis papers. I'm learning a lot of random information on like super specific topics. That's good. And I really appreciate her giving me that opportunity because I can make a little extra money. What else has been going on for me? I filmed a lot of not ASMR content over my little winter vacation, holiday break, kind of vlogs and stuff. So if you're interested in life in Japan for me, take a look at my other channel. It's for Elise. I have it linked to this channel if you look in my like about page or something. Yeah, I made a vlog. I have not edited it yet. I need to. I made a few. Me hanging out with my friend Anna. I think a lot of you should be familiar with Anna, who has popped up in a few of my videos. Yeah, she wanted to film a vlog with me. She invited me. I was so happy. And we just went shopping together and like had dinner together and stuff. So that was fun. So if you want to see more of Anna, go check out that video. It's not up yet, but eventually I'll let you guys know. And then New Year's in Japan is, I think, one of the biggest holidays, most traditional family holidays, kind of how Christmas is in a lot of Western culture. Like for me, Christmas was the number one holiday growing up with my family. It was a very serious family day. You spend the day together and you have a lot of your traditions and stuff. That's how New Year's is here. So in Japan, Christmas is more of like a date night, or you go out and party with your friends or something, whereas New Year's is like a traditional family holiday with lots of very unique customs that I got to learn about and experience. So I vlogged like the 24 hours of my New Year's experience, my first New Year's in Japan. So if you're interested in more traditional Japanese culture, I think it'll be a really interesting video. We woke up at the sunrise and went to a shrine because on the first day of the new year, that's usually what people do in Japan. You go to a Shinto shrine, not a Buddhist temple. I get kind of confused. Shintoism and Buddhism are two main religions here, and people kind of practice a combination of both. So New Year's is for Shintoism. You go to the Shinto shrine in the morning, and I got to do that. And you pray for the new year, and you can get this thing, I forget what it's called, it's kuji something, where it tells you your prediction for the new year, how good of a new year you'll have, and it gives you advice and stuff. I got that. Yeah, and then you make a lot of traditional foods in boxes called osechi, and then you eat it on New Year's. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of weird traditions. The last thing you eat on New Year's Eve before the New Year is soba. So like right before midnight, even after you eat dinner, like you're really full, you have to eat soba before midnight. Soba is buckwheat noodles. Yeah. And then the more like modern, newer culture is shopping. It's kind of also like Black Friday in Japan is New Year's Day. So after you go to the shrine and you practice the traditional way of celebrating New Year's, a lot of people then go for like crazy shopping. So I got to experience kind of the best of like the old culture and the new culture. And they have these things called fukuro, what is it, fukubukuro, sorry, fukubukuro, which means clothing bag. Basically, it's a mystery bag that a lot of stores sell on New Year's, and they'll be like $10 or $100 depending on how much stuff is in it. But the value is way over $100. Like, I got one from a clothing store. The value was $750 of items in it, but I got it for $100. But the only problem is you have no idea what you're getting. They just put a bunch of random items in it, and it's kind of fun. It's like a lottery, like a little gamble. So I got one of those. That's really common. At New Year's, a lot of stores sell those special bags or just have big sales. So that's when people go shopping a lot. Yeah. So those are just a few of the things I did for New Year's. I spent it with my boyfriend's family at his grandparents' house. We went to his grandparents' home, and we stayed there for 29, 30, 31. No, 30, 31, 1, 2, for like 4 days. Yeah, for like 4 days. And then, New Year's was really lovely. And I went ice skating. I love ice skating. I love ice skating so much. I'm not from a cold place, so ice skating is not very big where I'm from at all. But I love watching the Winter Olympics. It's just so magical. I did ballet growing up, and I feel like figure skating and ballet have some, similarities with the movements and stuff. So I've always wanted to do ice skating, and I went and it was so fun. I didn't fall. I was so proud. I hope I can go again. I was asking my boyfriend, do you think it's too late to pursue a professional figure skating career? If I start training now, maybe I can make it before I'm too old. So fun, so fun. Yeah, and then I got sick. I already got sick, my first sickness of 2023, but it's okay, I'm better now. But now my boyfriend's sick, he got it from me. That's why he's sleeping back there. Yeah, not too bad though, nothing serious. And I had my first audition of the new year. Hopefully it'll turn into my first job of the new year. I'm not allowed to talk about it. That's something I have to get used to for modeling. You can't disclose like what you're auditioning for, because a lot of the time it's like before a company releases the advertisement. Like you can't talk about what product they're gonna be releasing or like what clothing line they're gonna release. Or if it's for like a drama or something, or yeah. So my agency is, I don't know how much I want to go into this. I could talk about this a lot, but basically in like the modeling world, there's two basic distinctions. There's advertising and then high fashion. High fashion is like the supermodel of, like, you walk down the catwalk and you're like 6 feet tall and super skinny and you have super sharp, like, fierce features. You're modeling for high fashion brands like, I don't know, like Chanel or Gucci, Prada, whatever. And then advertising is more of like, you don't need to be super tall. It's good to be tall, but you don't need to be super tall. You don't need to be like perfect. It's okay to look like a real human being. This is more open to different looks, different body types, different sizes, different ages, because basically it's like all other businesses use these models, whereas it's just like high fashion brands use these. There's a lot more work opportunities here. For example, it could be like Samsung wants to advertise their new phone, so they have people who look like they're having fun talking on the phone or something. I don't know. You don't need to be like Gigi or Bella Hadid to do that. And depending on whatever their target audience is, that's the kind of model they want. So yeah, I think it's kind of a stereotype that models are like tall, beautiful, perfect, skinny people, but when in reality, like, advertising makes up most models, and most of us don't look like that. Yeah, so I fit in here. Not high fashion, I am not tall enough. Yeah, so anyway, I forget where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. Oh, my agency is more advertising. Some of the girls are really tall and get some like high fashion jobs, but most of us are more advertising, not super, I don't know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of variety of people in my agency because we do a variety of different type of work within the advertising stuff. So anyway, what am I saying? Oh, for advertising, my agency, there's like a really vast array of different types of work that you can do. Obviously, like, clothing is a thing, so like Uniqlo or GU is a big one here. I don't know, Zara, stuff like that. It's not like high fashion stuff, but more commercial. Commercial, that's the word. Commercial modeling versus high fashion modeling. Yeah, and then you can do like makeup or skincare, or then you can go into like, I don't know, tech, like be a model for a new TV model. I don't know. You could literally model anything. Like, I could be modeling these earbuds right now. Yeah, so I can't say what I was auditioning for today, but I can say it was for a TV commercial, which was my first time auditioning for a TV commercial. I'm more comfortable with still shoots, like catalog shoots, because I don't have to speak, because I'm still a little nervous with my Japanese. Yeah, but today was my first time filming, like, video shooting for a TV commercial audition. I did not get the job yet. I hope. Pray for me. You'll see me on Japanese TV. It's exciting. I hope I get it. And then I can tell you what it's for after it's released. Yeah. After it's released, you're allowed to talk about it. Yeah. I think one of my dreams is to be cast in like a Japanese drama, because J-dramas, I love them. And play like a bit part as a foreigner. Like, obviously I can't get a big role, but I think they always need, like, the foreigner part sometimes. Like, on the episode where they go to America, I could be in the background or something. Or I could play like the I don't know, American Spy or something coming to Japan. I don't know. Some silly part, or like I could play the English teacher on like a filler episode or something. That would be really cool. Yeah. So I did that today. And then I came home. Because my boyfriend wasn't feeling good. He met me after the audition, and we were supposed to stay out and do stuff, but he wasn't feeling good because I gave him my germs. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about. Yeah, because I'm going to film more after this. This is a new sweatshirt. I'll show you that. This is something we got on New Year's for super sale. This is a Converse fuzzy fleece sweatshirt. Technically, it's my boyfriend's because he bought it, but I stole it already. It's huge and I love it. It's super warm. He got it for like $15 to $20, really cheap. For this, it's really good quality and super warm. I saw snow for the first time. That happened. Oh my god. I forgot. Let me talk about that. A second time, not first time. Sorry. I saw snow for the second time in my life. And I made a snowman for the first time in my life. Because like I said, I'm from a super cold place. No, I'm from a super warm place. And so I got to go ice skating for like the first time since I was a little kid. And I saw snow for the second time since I was a little kid. And it was lovely. It was so fun. I love snow. I love snow. I love snow so much. Making snowmen, I felt like a little kid again. It was amazing. It was a dream. And I can't wait for it to snow again. Yeah. That's all I wanted to tell you. And my boyfriend is moving around. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna cut it off here so I can go film more stuff. But this was my first ramble of 2023. And I hope you enjoyed and didn't get too bored. And yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in on what I've been up to. Thank you for listening, and if you need anything or have any questions, comment below if you want. If not, that's okay. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Keep warm. Don't get sick like me. Be healthy. Drink a lot of water. Don't be dehydrated. I'm wiggling my camera. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. See you soon.